Hey, good Thursday morning to you, February 24th, 2022. Ken Arzon here. I wrote a book, Baseball is a Numbers Game. I did a lot of research on Hall of Famers. This episode, number 368, I'm curious how many times did a player hit over 300 in a season? Who has the most? And I'm focusing on the Hall of Fame players. 162 position players where we have their stats, we have their records, according to Baseball Reference Guide. Who batted over 300 the most times? Was there a player that batted 300 every season he played for his career? No. Two players came close. Ty Cobb and Tony Gwynn. Cobb, his first season, batted 240. Then he went 23 straight years and batted over 300. Tony Gwynn, his first year, batted 289. Tony! And then his next 19 years, he batted over 300. But as far as who batted over 300 for a season, the most, who has the most? Cap Hansen, 24 times. Did you know that? He played 27 years. He started in the way back. 1870s, 1880s, right in there, and through the 1890s. But according to Baseball Reference Book, and he's in the Hall of Fame, and when you have his stats, we don't know, some of the rule changes happen, but still, he batted over 300 24 times out of 27-year playing career. A record. I mentioned Ty Cobb did it. He played 24 years and he batted over 300 23 times. Who's next? Eddie Collins, 20 years. Let's see, how many seasons did Eddie Collins play? I'd have to, I'm going to list all the times, or how many times a player batted over 300. I have all 162 records. As far as Eddie Collins, he did it 20 times. He must have played 22 years or so, because he didn't bat over 300 every single season. I think it was 22, 23 years for Eddie. I know Tony Gwynn played 20 years. He's next on the list, 19 times. So you have Hansen 24, Cobb 23, Eddie Collins 20 times, Tony Gwynn 19, and also Rogers Hornsby 19. But he didn't bat over 300 every single season. I'm not going to list how many years they played, because that would take too long to list every single player as far as how many years. I know Hansen was 27 years, Cobb 24, Collins, I think it was 22 years. Tony Gwynn was 20 years. Hornsby about 20, 22, 21 or 22 years. They just missed out. Who's next on the list? Stan Musial, 18 times. Ted Williams, 18 times. Tris Speaker, 18 times. Nap Lajoie, 17 times. Babe Ruth, I know he played 22 years, 16 times, over 300. Honus Wagner, Luke Appling, Willie Keeler, and Dan Brothers, all 16 times. I'm going to go down the list, okay? Boggs, Carew, Rose, Al Simmons, Sam Rice, 15 times. These players did it 14. Medwick, Aaron, Paul Wainer, Charlie Gehringer, Lou Gehrig, Zach Wheat, Vladimir Guerrero, and Jimmy Fox 14 times. These players, 13. Beckley, Clemente, Sisler, Roosh, Frisch, O'Rourke, 13 times. 12 times, Clark, DeHalante, Duffy, Hamilton, Heilman, Molitor, Vaughn, and Jeter, 12 times. 11 times, there's a lot of players, 11 times. Martinez, Brett, Connor, Crawford, Burkett, Cronin, Dickey, DiMaggio, Ewing, Goslin, Jones, Joe Kelly, Manouche, Ott, Terry, 11 times. 10 times, Combs, Kyler, Lombardi, Mays, Rodriguez, Sewell, Slaughter, Thomas, Walker, Mantle, Trainer. 9 times, Alomar, Youngs, Ashburn, Botany, Cepeda, Cochran, Davis, Greenberg, Kaline, Kell, Klein, Larkin, Piazza, Frank Robinson, Thompson, Happy, 9 times. 8 times, Baines, Brock, Carey, Flick, Griffey, Herman, King Kelly, Mize, Puckett, Raines, Simmons. 7 times, Henderson, Jennings, George Kelly, Lindstrom, Murray, Jim Rice, Red Hostany, Schneider, Trammell, 7. 6 times, Yastrzemski, Bagwell, Baker, Yount, Nellie Fox, Hartnett, Travis Jackson, Jackie Robinson. 5 times, Bancroft, Wilson, Jimmy Collins, Dawson, Farrell, Hooper, Lazario, Ripken, Billy Williams, Sandberg. 4 times, Winfield, Biggio, Berra, Borgero, Chance, Santo, McCarthy. 3 times, Tommy, Perez, Banks, Matthews, Brejahan, Dorr, Fisk, McPhee, Kiner, Stargell, Campanella, Ward. 2 times, over 300. Rizzuto, Doby, McCovey, Brooks Robinson, Evers, Morgan, Wallace, and then the rest, just 1 time. Schmidt, Ozzie Smith, Mike Schmidt, Chalk, Pee Wee Reese, Marinville, Killebrew, Reggie Jackson, Gordon, Gary Carter, Johnny Bench, Louis Aparicio, and a person who did not bat over 300 for his career in one season. Only one person, Bill Mazeroski. But he has the distinction of hitting a Game 7 walk-off home run. Would you like to have that honor? I would. So what do you think of the list? 162 players. Camp Hansen, 24 times over 300. Then you have Cobb at 23, Eddie Collins, 20, Gwynn Hornsby, 19, Musial, Williams, and Speaker, 18, Lajoie, 17, and then rounding out the top 10, Babe Ruth, 16 times. Quite a list. I think it's significant. You bat over 300, 3 for 10 for a season. That's a good season. All right, my next video, times a player went over 100 RBIs in a season. I have the list. Check it out. I'm out on this video.